Tonight, President Biden addressed the nation as the coronavirus crisis continues to kill almost 1,500 Americans per day.
We know what we need to do to beat this virus. Tell the truth. Follow the scientists and the science. Work together. Put trust and faith in our government to fulfill its most important function, which is protecting the American people. No function more important. We need to remember the government isn't some foreign force in a distant capital. No, it's us, all of us, we the people.
Well, let's bring in our political analyst, Gary Dietrich. Gary, what were your biggest takeaways from his speech, and how do you think it's going to impact California?
Curtis, I think there's two big things out of tonight's speech. One we already had heard, and that is that by the end of May, the president says there's going to be enough vaccines for every adult in the country. And then new tonight was the promise that by May 1st, every person over 18 will then become eligible to get a vaccine. Now, that has really been the big bugaboo recently. When can I get it? Where can I get it? He addressed those things tonight. I think that's going to go a long way towards helping businesses, towards helping families begin to make plans, sort of a date certain out there when we'll know we can begin to move forward in a real concrete way.
Yeah, relief for a lot of people. And Gary, we know some of the money from President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that he signed into law today will be going to state and local governments. So we want to talk about how you think this will impact California, and specifically the push to recall Governor Newsom that has been gaining momentum and has now reached enough signatures.
Well, this is a big number. It's a real big number, Elizabeth. $42 billion between state government and local governments is what's going to be coming in. And Biden says he's going to get that out quick. I would expect those funds to be moving in the next week or two, probably out the door in the next couple of months. And certainly that's on top of the individual payments. So, you know, perception in politics means an awful lot. And particularly when it comes to economic issues, how people are feeling about their pocketbook and their jobs and their futures, economically speaking, goes a long way. So certainly the more people feel improvement, the less they're going to want to take out their angst on an existing governor.
All right, let's move on now to Stockton's former mayor, Michael Tubbs. Governor Newsom has a brand new job for him as the special advisor for economic mobility and opportunity. And of course, Tubbs got national attention when he started that pilot program in Stockton, Universal Basic Income, giving $500 to residents with no strings attached. So you think a progressive move like this, where the governor brings him on board, is going to impact the recall at all?
Well, Curtis, I think it's going to cut both ways. There will be progressives who say this is very, very forward thinking. There's conversations, by the way, like this happening inside the Beltway in Washington. But there'll be others who say, wait a minute. Guaranteed basic income, that sounds to them like socialism, maybe even communism. So this is going to engender an awful lot of debate, and certainly it will become one more log on the fire of the recall conversations that are going to happen all over this state in the next few months, now that everyone, including the governor's own people, really understand this recall is likely to happen.
All right, we always appreciate your insight. Gary Dietrich, our political analyst, thank you very much.